Cool. So to take you through the set of features that we've built into the product, remembering that these are focused on distribution. One of the features is engagement, and I'll start off with that one engagement feature as I talk through the 6 in total features. The engagement feature that we added was an image. So the image basically is to make the review a lot more holistic. If you think about the nature of work in a household, it's generally something that's relatively visual. And so with that, we then should have the ability to have an image included when you write a review of work that's done in your home. So now you'll be able to add images to the reviews that you write through text and a series of images you want in Themba Mina app. The next feature to talk you through is deep linking. So this is where we really kick off distribution quite strongly. So deep linking is basically functionality that navigates you as a user when you click on an external link back into the exact piece of content that has been shared in the app. So basically, if someone sees a service provider that they like, they see a review that they really want to share outwards onto social media, instant messaging, or email, then when you click on that link, you will be taken directly back to that specific piece of content, whether it's a service provider profile or an individual review in Themba Mina app, so that you don't get lost in that experience. The next feature that we've added is share functionality, as I've kind of hinted at now. So share functionality rides off the back of the deep linking. What share functionality does is then if you see a service provider that's interesting, someone that you feel is relevant to your household, or maybe you've written a review that you're proud of and you want to get the service provider exposure, you can then share that again, as I've said, into instant messaging, social media, as well as email or WhatsApp, which is essentially instant messaging. The next feature that we've added is QR codes. So QR codes is another one that really leverages this deep linking. The way we're using QR codes is that each service provider has their own unique QR code. So every time a service provider's profile is generated from the first review, we associate that with a QR code, which is purely for that individual service provider. And if you scan that QR code on a website or even on a printed piece of content, wherever you found it, that will navigate you directly back to a service provider's profile in Themba Mina app. Which means you can easily now discover and find these service providers. Service providers now begin to have control of distributing themselves and making sure that they're getting out there. So they can put these QR codes onto things like invoicing. They can put it onto branding if they've got branding that they've put onto their vehicles or any other branding opportunities that they've taken advantage of. The next feature to talk you through is the website. So the website, the way we see it, is a product within itself. The power of web is essentially second to none from a demand point of view at this point. And so what we've done is we felt it's very important to build out a website. But the way that we've gone about the website is to use it as a way to really maximize reach for service providers. So what we mean there is that when we generate a service provider profile on Themba Mina app, as well as when you write a review for an individual service provider, those are all immediately populated into a web page, and that web page has been built in a way that it gets maximum distribution through the biggest reach or demand channels on the web right now. So the importance of that is that it helps us to really meet and go towards our mission, which is helping a service provider access online demand. So we're really happy with what we've done on the website. We believe that this is actually a big differentiator between us and the competition. And if you look at our competition right now, what you'll see quite quickly with anyone that you think of as a competitor to ours is that their service providers are gated behind a sign up or a paywall. So they've built that in a way that they want you to sign up or they want you to pay to then get access or to interact with the service provider. Because our product is fundamentally built to give the service provider access to online demand, that compels us then to build in a way that truly puts them first and gives them access in the way that we want to. So we're very happy with what we've done on the web. We really believe that this is where we differentiate ourselves. The last thing to talk about, which is something that we are very happy to also now have in place, is that we are now on the Apple App Store. So if you go into the Apple App Store, search for Themba Mina app, you'll find us, you'll be able to download the app and you'll be able to start writing reviews and getting in contact with service providers. Thank you for following until now, and I hope you enjoy the demos coming up next.